Hello guys, welcome back to ESENtaxa. Andrea Papito here, and today we are going to talk about the tax file return 2024 for incomes received in 2023 when you are Italian tax resident. If you're new to this channel, I just want to remember that ESENtaxa talks about how to optimize your taxation when you relocate to Italy and also in other jurisdictions. We cover also Belgium as a jurisdiction. And we explain you how to minimize your tax burden, how to plan a relocation to Italy tax-wise and check if this country makes sense for you. Or simply, it doesn't make sense, you can basically check with our tax simulation service if the numbers basically address you to another jurisdiction or still address you to Italy. So, in this specific video, I want to discuss about the tax file return. Basically, we are approaching the month of April 2024, which is the month in which the Italian government, the Italian tax agency will publish the model, the final version of the model that will be used for the taxpayer to fill all the data, all the numbers, monitor all your assets abroad, your financial assets abroad, and basically calculate your taxes and pay them with the F24 model. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit, some details about this procedure, some names that you might know, you have heard about it, and I want to basically put some order among all these terminologies, and I will also tell you the Italian name of it, okay? So, we are approaching the month of April 2024, in which you will see published the tax file return that nowadays can be also filled online if you log in the Italian tax agency website. And the 2nd of May, it's the day from which you can transmit the tax file return. Now, the tax file return can be either called in Italian modello, which is for individual, so called persone fisiche, which is physical persons, which basically it's for individuals. Or you can have another type of model, which is known as 730 model, okay? So normally you can ask to your accountant one of the two models to tax file your incomes in Italy. This one, it's the most general one that's used when you have all the kind of incomes, miscellaneous incomes, incomes from abroad, rental income, financial assets, whatever type of income. And this model, the difference is that when you have some reimbursement, if you need to receive some money back because the tax file return actually results that you have some taxes at your credit, this will give you the money, give the instruction to the tax agency to pay you on your bank account, okay? And here it's very inconvenient because it takes up to 48 months to get reimbursed, okay? No matter what kind of taxes you need to receive. So this one, it's not convenient when you need to receive money on your bank account. But in certain cases, you're obliged to do it because there is no other way to receive money, okay? While the 730 model is the one used mostly when you are an employee in Italy, so you have a payroll, and thanks to that you can get back the taxes straight on your payroll. So they will subtract the tax at your credit against the tax withheld from your payroll, from your employer. Because the payroll, the pay slip in Italy are done by an organization called INAIL, which is a government one, and they know exactly which is the amount of taxes that you need to tax credit, and they do this kind of subtract straight in the year of the tax file return, so at the end of the year, a few months later. So this is extremely important when you want to receive your reimbursement immediately, a few months later. So this one it's used when you are an employee, and then you want to accumulate as well the incomes along with your employee income. Now, it's true that we can also declare the employee income with this one, but again, if you need to receive some reimbursement, you have to wait a lot of months. There is also another type of model, which is called CU, and this is called in Italian non certificazione unica, so unique certification. This type of tax file return, you will get it in a situation when you have only one stream of income. This stream of income is from Italy, from an Italian employer, and you are the employee, and this is the only salary that you're getting. And no, you don't have any other kind of incomes. You don't want to tax credit anything. You don't have any other expenses to claim back, nothing. You accept what you get from an employer. In this case, you are exempt to present in April the Italian tax file return. This is also the situation. A lot of people, especially public employees, have this kind of situations, or also private one with only one stream of income. But as soon as you have at least another stream of income of any kind from Italy or from abroad, this is not enough anymore. You have to choose between one of these two. Okay? Then, how you pay taxes in Italy? After having established the model that you need to use for the tax file return, you have to pay, and you use the F24 model, which is simply a table with the code of your tax to pay, the amount of tax to pay, the year, and eventual delay, interest, fine, or other informations. And then the sum of all type of taxes, for example, individual tax for individuals, regional tax, communal tax, substitutive tax, whatever type of tax you are subject to in Italy. You have the total of them and you pay with this model. What does it mean, paying with this model? It means that you use the model to fill all the boxes with numbers, and then either you go physically to the post office and you pay cash or with your credit card, or you have an Italian bank account that has an home banking system, so you have a website that allows you to fill this model online and pay with your Italian bank account, or you can log into the Italian tax agency website, fill this model, published there. Of course, the number will be always given by the help of accountant. The accountant pre-fill this module for you, and you have to just copy and paste the value. So you say accept, you send this model to the Italian tax agency website, and then the Italian tax agency asks you from which bank I have to take the money to pay taxes. And in this case, for this procedure, you always have to provide an Italian bank account. So you cannot pay F24 model if you have a foreign bank account, okay? This is important to know. That's the reason why we say to all our clients, whenever you want to run your business in Italy, especially if you're a freelancer, self-employed, established in Italy, at least one bank account must be an Italian one in order just to pay taxes. Okay, so this is what you have to know. This is what happened in April. We have learned about the type of tax file return and how to pay them. And then there is a situation when I have to pay taxes and I discover paying taxes, and I discover that maybe the amount of tax that I have to pay, it's more than what I've expected, because my accountant calculates everything and then I didn't realize that was the amount of money, or I didn't put aside enough money to face the real numbers, and then I got by surprise and I don't have enough money to pay taxes. So in this situation, what I'm supposed to do, what I can do to be in line with the law, okay? I'm supposed to not pay taxes, delay the payment. We have also several situations of this kind. Here, in certain type of countries in Europe, there is the system that I can go to the bank, ask the money to pay my taxes, and then I repay back the bank with a monthly payment, with interests, of course, but the interest that you pay back to the bank is always lower than the interest that the state will ask you in case you didn't pay taxes on the deadline. In Italy, it works differently. It's extremely common because banks in Italy don't provide this kind of service. But in Italy, you can ask to delay your payment. So you first declare everything in your tax file return. This is very important. You declare all your incomes. So you are fully compliant with the law. And then you can say, look, I don't have enough money to pay my taxes, this might be the case. I will ask to my accountant to extend my deadlines, and this is possible in Italy. You can also ask to provide a payment split, and normally in 5 chunks in different months. So in the next 6 months, you have 5 chunks of taxes, the same amount split in 5, with a small interest at the top of it. Okay, this is also another possibility. And sometimes we have also the classical case when you have opened the activity in Italy for the first year, and then you find yourself pay double taxes the second year because you didn't pay tax the previous year plus the current year. This is the famous acconto e saldo problem issue. So this is the third point. When you are, especially when it happens when you're a freelancer, or also when you're an employee receiving income from abroad and you receive the gross income. I've already explained these kind of things here. That's the reason why you have to follow ESENtaxa, subscribe the channel, notification bell, a like button, because then you will be always updated whenever we give you these tips and tricks to avoid being got by surprise whenever you need to pay taxes the following year. So the acconto and saldo mechanism, if you didn't manage correctly this system, you might find yourself pay the amount of taxes doubled the first year of declaring your taxes. So when you didn't provide any kind of measurement to avoid this problem, how do you do? What do you do? You pay really double taxes? The answer is no. You can actually ask not to pay the acconto, so the pre-tax of the current year. And then the state will just fine you on this amount of money, only on the 5% of this amount of money that you don't want to pay. It's simply like this. It's simply like this. And then within 3 years, you receive this 5% on the amount of money that you should have advanced. So don't worry, the story here, maybe you didn't understand correctly because I'm just talking fast. I'm just giving you a broad idea of what could happen when you tax file return, what type of surprise you might have. But the message that I want to give you in this video is that don't worry. If you have a good accountant, he knows how to deal with these kind of situations. He doesn't push you to pay everything because we have plenty of instruments in Italy to delay your payment, to split your payment, or simply say, I don't want to pay, I'm waiting for the fine. Sometimes this is even more convenient because then you will receive the fine after 3 years and you have 3 years of time to gather up all the amount of money to pay just then the same amount of money added with only 5% at the top of it. You see, it's way less expensive than asking a loan to a bank or something similar procedures. I hope you have found this video useful, and thanks for watching. And if you have any issues to move to Italy to understand what taxes I need to pay, if you have some issues with the tax file return, in the description below the video you will have our email contact, info@esentaxa.com, or if you need a consultation with us, a tax strategy plan with us, still in the description below the video you will have our email contact, our Calendly contact to book a reservation call with us, in which we can help you for sure to fix any kind of problems. So, tax-wise, of course. Thank you, see you the next time, bye.